Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Common Had a Dream preview. We're going to be looking ahead at the game coming up tomorrow night against the Dutch. It's going to be an interesting game. They had a great result against the Belgians, beating them 4-1 the other night. So it's going to be a tricky one, especially as I'm sure most of us are still going to be hungover. I thought we'd have a quick look through what the Dutch might do and how they played the other night, and also a bit of a look at how we might play. Some slightly alarming stats for you, ladies and gents. The Dutch have lost just twice outside of a tournament in almost 3 years. Two of those, one of those, sorry, was against Italy and one against the Turkish, who we obviously beat in the Euros. But since then, they've kind of changed their manager. They've gone back to Louis van Gaal. The most terrifying statistic is that they've lost at the Kuip, where Feyenoord play, where our game will be just once in a competitive game since 1990. Also against the Italians, interestingly, and the other game, they have lost a friendly there against the Germans. But other than that, they have an incredibly good record at the Kuip. They've played 40 games since 1990. And as I say, only one competitive defeat, which is slightly concerning for us. Looking ahead, looking back, sorry, at their game the other night against the Belgians. I don't know if anyone's kind of looked back and watched the goals, but they looked imperious once the ball was turned over. Broke very, very quickly. And just looked lethal, frankly, in front of goal. They also had 50% possession, which against the Belgian side, who are strongly ranked and obviously love to have the ball, is really impressive, I think. And Belgium very much at full strength. De Bruyne, Hazard was playing, so certainly a good yardstick for the Dutch there. In terms of the quality of opposition, you can see the lineup there with a classic Dutch 3-5-2. I think the big thing is they will look to overwhelm us in that midfield area and kind of turn and break quickly. They love to get between those lines very, very quick and try and play quick direct balls through, trying to get in behind. So I think that is something we're going to have to watch out for, especially on the turnover. They're going to try and press us very high. The flip side of that is there's definitely going to be space in behind them. If we can turn over the ball or break their press, but I think that is going to be very, very difficult. The first goal that Steven Bergwijn scored was an absolute beauty from maybe 25 yards out, kind of picked his corner in and it went. Two goals kind of on the turnover, then quick balls through. And the fourth one, again, quick ball through, kind of the Belgians kind of temporarily recovered before Blind put the ball back across the box for Dumfries to tap in. So it was a complete performance, I think, from the Dutch, from what I've seen, and a very impressive one too. To score 4 goals against the Belgians is no mean feat, really. So credit to them for that. I think it's going to be a tough game for us. Looking ahead as to how we might line up, you can see what I've gone for here. I'm not exactly sure that that's what will happen, but I think it'll be interesting because I think there will be a couple of these lads who want to get game time, and I think we'll be handed that opportunity. I think Brennan Johnson, when he came on the other night, made such a difference. He was so direct. His understanding, his awareness was fantastic. And I think he'll get some game time, kind of well-deserved too, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Colwill start with him. We started with Moore and James against the Polish, and I don't think that those two will start again. I think they may still be, just like me, still quite hungover. Wilson, as I say, I can see him getting some game time here as a 10. I think he deserves that opportunity after a very kind of, again, positive cameo. He had a good little free kick in the second half, towards the end of the match against Ukraine. So I can see him getting some game time. And I think on the basis that Morel and Levitt didn't come on against Ukraine, but did feature so prominently in the game against the Polish, I can see them starting together in midfield. Morel has always done a good job for us in there. He's very reliable. He moves the ball very, very well, wins the ball very, very well. And I think Levitt is another one whose passing range has really come on this year. And again, I think you saw that against Poland. Wes Burns, again, I think he performed admirably the other night, and I think he'll get some game time, and again, well-deserved. I wouldn't be surprised to see Zorba Thomas playing out here because I don't think Nico Williams will start. Obviously, or Connor Roberts. I think, again, the combination of hangover and whatever might be an issue there for them. I think Ward will probably get some game time on the basis that I think, while Hennessy looks to have kind of cemented that position as number one, again after just a breathtaking performance against Ukraine, I think Ward will come back in just as a reward, if you like, for his also loyalty and commitment to kind of getting back and being fit and making making the most of the opportunities he has had, but also, as I say, kind of being rewarded for what he's given us. Mepham, Gunter, Norrington Davis. I think I'm interested to know how Rob Page sees Norrington Davis. I mean, speaking to a few people after the match on Sunday. God, I think they see Norrington Davis as a bit of a potential kind of replacement almost for Ben Davis, in that he can play left back or the left side of a four. He has that athleticism and dynamism and fitness to kind of get up and down. And you see, when we needed things shoring up on the weekend, Norrington Davis did come on. So they obviously think very highly of him. So that's very positive for him. And I think, do you know what? Like, that's an exciting lineup when you look at some of the players we've got there. Johnson is obviously very dynamic, and I think he will be our go-to guy in years to come. Wilson, again, very talented, great on the ball, great passer of the ball. I think he deserves to have that extra game time. He's someone who's kind of a bit in between at the moment. I think he's not quite pushing for a starting place because of who plays instead of him in that role in terms of Aaron Ramsey. But he's obviously very, very talented and will always come on and be given the opportunity to change a game. I think what's interesting is that as a consequence, he's seen as kind of too far up the pecking order, if you like, to start a game like this, which is kind of more, which looks like anyway, we might put out more of a second string side. So it'll be interesting to see what Wilson does, in this game, if he's given the opportunity. To finish, I think I'm going to give you a little prediction. I think it'll be a party atmosphere. I think everyone is going to be buzzing. I think there's going to be a great noise. I think everyone's going to be having a great time. But I think it will just be a bit of a party atmosphere, and I think that's as exciting as it might get. I think on the pitch, a sobering 2-0 defeat it will probably be on the cards for us. I do think the Dutch might rotate themselves after a long season, 4 games in a small space of time. And I think I can see them not giving all their big hits as a start, like perhaps, Van Dijk, Depay, people like that, like De Ligt didn't start. He'll be in line for a starting spot, I think. So that's why I don't think they'll kind of do us, if you like, but I think they will beat us, and I think it will be, despite it being maybe a more of a second string side for them, I think they will still comfortably get the win. But at this point, who cares? The whole thing about this window was qualifying for the World Cup, which we've obviously done. We can't stop saying that and smiling about it often enough. So I think that's all that matters. That's what we're here for, was to get to the tournament, and we've done that. So let's hope that everyone enjoys themselves on Wednesday night, and hopefully we can give the Dutch a good game. Thank you very much for watching this quick preview. There's a few more of these to come, hopefully. We'll be speaking. I'll be doing a post-match reaction video tomorrow at some point, hopefully. Plus, there'll be a full preview of the Belgium game coming up from myself, and also the Dutch game. I'm going to the game in Rotterdam, so hopefully I'll be able to meet some of you out there. We're going to do a bit of a live show, hopefully, before that with my pals who are coming over to watch the match and stay, which will be great. So keep your eye out for that. We're also going to be doing a quick review of the last few days, myself and Ruth, which will be going out as a podcast very soon as well. So please keep your eye out for that. Please like and subscribe if you are interested in hearing and seeing more from us. But for now, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this preview, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. Bye-bye.